Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video on my channel, and today I want to show you all of my premium Hot Wheels in my collection. This is going to be a longer video because I actually have surprising more than I thought I had. So yeah, with nothing else said, let's get started. At first, I would like to start with the only two ones that I have still carded, which are both from the Fast and Furious series of this year, but I don't know from which mix it is from. So, but someone of you guys is gonna know this for sure. I have at first this 2021 Toyota GR Supra. And then we have, out of the same set, the Lamborghini LM002. I can't even show them completely, as you can see. So, yeah, here they are. These are actually the only two that I have carded. All of the other ones, as you can see, are loose. And, yeah. I'm probably going either from left to right, or from right to left, or go from one car to the next, however I like. I don't know yet. I will figure this out while we are going over all the cars in this video. And yeah, I think we should get the two most obvious out of the way. If you watched my latest Saturday Hunt video, you know that I got the Supra and the LM002, both doubles, so doubles of each. So one of each I have loose, the other ones you could see a minute ago carded. So yeah, we're gonna move them to the side. And yeah, both of them, as you could see, loose and sealed each once. So yeah, really nice. And I think we should continue from the left side. Next up, we have the Mercedes-Benz C-Class Racer. From the, I think this car actually raced somewhere, I think 1999 in the DTM series. DTM stands for Deutsche Touring-Meisterschaft, or German Touring Championship, pretty much translated to English. So yeah, really nice car, love it. That's why I have it as a premium. I think it was in one of the race day premium sets, I think with the Porsche 935 in white purple or white dark purple, something like this. And yeah, next up we have the 1986 Nissan 180 SX Type X. This one is also from, I think, the Fast and Furious line, but I am not super sure. I think it was in the 2024 somewhere around that time, in one of the mixes. We've also seen this in 2024 in the main line as both a normal version and a Super Treasure Hunt in one of the last 2 or 3 cases. So yeah, really nice car. I like that the pop-up headlights are slightly raised, which is a nice detail and makes the car look cute in my opinion. And yeah, I think I'm gonna move all of them that I have done a little bit to the side so I have more space to move with myself, because I don't want these cars to touch each other too much, because with each touch I pretty much risk a scratch or damages in any kind, and I don't really want this in my collection too much. I know I'm dropping a lot of these cars, especially when I'm doing videos, so I'm being extra careful today actually. And yeah, let's go to the Forza Motorsport 5 pack. I have the premium pack. I don't know if it was as all of the other premiums, at some point, not like a collector set with all 5 cars loose, but also all 5 cars corded, or not, I don't know. I have it in the, wait a second, I can literally pull it up in like a second. Give me a hot minute. I'm probably gonna cut to the moment when I'm going to show it to you guys, but I can definitely show it, and that would help explain what I'm talking about very much. And here it is what I was talking about. This is pretty much the box I was talking about, in which the cars are, well, so, which all 5 cars are pretty much loose inside. And yeah, from that set I've got not only but as one of the best in my opinion, the Lamborghini Gallardo LP574 Superleggera, which is a really nice car in my opinion. Looks really nice. Moving you to the side. I'm gonna go with the entire set now, each car. One of the other cars in that set was this Morris Mini, which actually has a nice detail, because as you can see it here, you can, if you are careful, you can actually open it up and have 2 loose parts. Looks at the same time funny, but also I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. I wouldn't like my cars to be able to fall out personally, but yeah, this probably helps people who like to do somewhat of customs on these cars. Maybe this is wanted from the designer, so maybe these guys can do something. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on displaying it like this because I like it in the closed version more, and it needs less space like this. Also in this, I hope I'm not mixing them. Nope, I did not mix them up. Also in this Forza Motorsport pack we have a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, and I think this is a 2016 one actually, even though it, wait, no, if it's 2010 copyright it can't be a 2016 model, because then it was maybe the gen before that, because the 2016 Porsche 911 GT3 RS is pretty much my absolute dream car of all the 911 generations. And yeah, next up we have probably my most favorite car from the entire set, which is a Nissan Silvia S15, which looks absolutely clean in this blue, with the Forza logo printed on the sides and the yellow rims, which makes it look really nice. Of course, for a premium we got all the details all around the car. Looks absolutely fabulous. Of course, you can tell me at any moment in the video, you can stop the video, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what is your favorite car, premium car from this collection today. And obviously you can tell me then what is your of all time favorite premium car, and what is your favorite premium car that you have actually in your collection. For me, it's actually the Lamborghini Essenza SCV12. It's the favorite one in my entire collection.
So sweet to me. This is where I wanna be. On up with you, supersonic. We're on fire, rockin' love alive. On up with you. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, I'm feeling. Yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah. Just in the backseat of the Beamer, put my feet up, how you feeling? Yeah.
take these cars with me. The box helps me a lot to keep these cars safe from any damage. And yeah, we're gonna come to this car immediately. The Lamborghini Essenza SCV12, as already spoiled, is my all-time favorite premium car in my collection, and outside my collection all of Hot Wheels Premium since the start in, I think, 2010, 2011, 2012, sometime around that the Hot Wheels Premium line actually started. But yeah, all-time favorite as of right now. And I think there's actually only 2 or 3 versions of it as of right now. In this green version in the exotic envy set, and then a dark purple version in a diorama set, I think. Was it? I don't remember with which cars, but it was in a diorama set, I know that. And I don't think we've seen it anywhere else since then, and not even outside of premium at all. Not in silver lines, not in mainline, not even in all LC or RLC or 1 in 43. So yeah, really nice car. Love to have it in my collection. And from that set, we have also that set, or these 4 cars remaining, was pretty much, for me personally, that was actually the second premium set I've ever bought since starting to collect, because this set was also for me for the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. That was such a good set in my opinion. Only great cars, really nice details all around the cars. Of course, the Essenza was one of the biggest points for me to buy it. And yeah, I think till today no other exotic envy set comes even close to this one. Not the 2024 one, not any other exotic envy set. This one from 2021 or 2022 is, in my opinion, simply the best, and will, for me, always be the best, because that set was my first or second premium set, as I said, that I bought completely, and it's also the set that brought me really much into premium. At the start I was only interested in mainlines pretty much because they were cheap and easy to collect, but hadn't all the details, and these premiums obviously have almost all the details, or 90%, 95% of all the details, for a higher price than a regular mainline, but I'm not gonna complain about this. Here's the Alfa Romeo 33 Stradale. The yellow with the white details plays really much. We have a little quadrifoglio or something like that. However it is pronounced, I probably butchered that name. Apologies. We have printed on the car as well as down below some Alfa Romeo and other things, but I can't actually read them because white and yellow is not really easily readable in my opinion. And we actually got, I think, 8 cylinders, something like that, and we have some nice interior as well. And yeah, really nice one. Next up we have the Bugatti EB110 SS from 1994, also from the Hot Wheels Exotic Envy Premium set, and yeah, absolutely in love with this one. Looks absolutely fabulous, even better than the latest mainline and silver lines versions. I think actually this premium one was next to the Forza Silverlines Bugatti EB110 SS, the last one until now in the mainline, the purple version that we've seen also as a super treasure hunt now, like a month ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. Since between this car and the purple one was only 1 or 2 other Bugatti EB110s or EB110 recolors, something like that, which is really interesting in my opinion, and I love this car for that even more. And we got again a little bit of engine detail, which is really, really nice. Makes the car look more authentic, you know. Next up, we have the McLaren Speedtail, and this one is actually my least liked car from this set, but it makes the set a great one nonetheless, because if you look at the side, all the tires are matched to each other, so we have 4 times the same rims on it, even though that is not 100% accurate to real life, but I think they made the decision back then because actually I don't know why they actually did it, so I can only guess, but I think to make either the cost a bit lower, or maybe McLaren said, hey, you can't do this cap on the rim, you can't make it as we do it, please do it either like something else as we've seen it in mainland, or just do 4 times the same tires. Or maybe it wasn't even possible to produce it like it is in real life in a premium tire form, so maybe, who knows. The back and rear looks really, really nice, I love it. The red stripe on the rear. We actually got such a dark plastic piece that you can barely see the inside, so I can't really tell you about any of the details, but you can, if the light shines good enough, you can see some details actually. For example, that the steering wheel is exactly in the middle of the car, as it is in the McLaren F1 actually. So nice detail nonetheless, even though it's hard to see. And last but definitely not least, we have the Koenigsegg Agera R, and yeah, love it. This one actually reminds me of the Koenigsegg Agera R card that we've seen in the movie Need for Speed around, I don't know, 2005, 2015, something like that. I would have to look it up. I think 2015, but I'm not too sure. We've seen a red Koenigsegg Agera R. We've actually seen 3 Agera Rs in that one scene. I'm not gonna spoil the movie. If you want to watch it, go on Netflix, watch it. It's at least in my area, you can watch it there. And really nice movie. I watched it already like 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and I love it. But I think the stripe on the hood, on the front, in the movie is a thick black stripe that goes across like this, and here it's just these 2 bent ones, so there is a difference. So it's not the one from the movie, but I would love to see Hot Wheels make a Need for Speed collab, especially with the movie, and show, for example, us the McLaren P1, Bugatti Veyron Super Sport, the Lamborghini Sesto Element with this Koenigsegg Agera R, the GTA Spawner, or the Saleen S7 Twin Turbo. There are so many good cars in that movie. I think it would be worth to make either a premium or a Silverline set. Hot Wheels, hire me, I have great ideas. Oh man, if I could ask Hot Wheels to make this would be one of the first things I would ask, next to obviously bringing back the Mazda Furai and the Chevrolet Corvette C5 in the mainline. I love these 2 models, so I obviously have to get them back somehow. Yeah. Let's go on with the next premium car for today, which is a McLaren F1 from the, I think, Jay Leno's Garage premium set. There was even a Jay Leno's Garage Diorama set with a Ford Mustang, the Blaues Wunder, a Mercedes pickup truck. I think Jay Leno's, the silver little car, Jay Leno's something, I don't know the full name, and obviously a 3rd car, but I can't remember it. I know that both this complete premium set with the Countach, McLaren F1 and whatever there is inside, and the Diorama set wasn't really liked because of this little a Chelenus creation car, something like this. But I actually have to disagree. I like this set, even though I only have the McLaren F1. If I get the chance, I will buy the entire set, obviously. But yeah. Now we are going to from the right actually, and we are starting with a team transport that I've gotten in late 2024, which is the Nissan team transport with the Euro hauler, and this was actually a new casting for that set, the 1994 Nissan 300CX GTS. I know we've seen now in the silhouettes set with the RX3 or RX7, the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Liberty Walk, the Porsche 9 RWB, and whatever else was in that set. We've seen a recolor of this one, but I like it actually as this one because this also resembles more of a real-life racing version in my opinion. But yeah, really nice. Love to have it collected. And yeah, we are at Team Transport. We're gonna stay at Team Transport with the Mercedes AMG GT3 and the Fleet Street Team Transport. I actually bought this one off of Amazon about 2 years ago for like 15, 20, 25 euros, something like this. And when I went back and wanted to buy a second one to keep it sealed as a sealed collection, I couldn't find it for the love of my life. Which is actually quite sad considering how expensive it is now to buy it. Same with the Mercedes CLK GTR. You can't find it anywhere, which is actually quite sad because I would love to get from this and the CLK one of each, or even from the CLK 2, but they are so insanely expensive I would go into massive debt if I wanted to do that. And yeah, let's go with a Diorama set next. I would like to start with the other one of the two that I have. We have here the G-Ready Diorama set from 2024, featuring the custom Datsun 240C in this really nice model, in this really nice white color with the stripes and the G-Ready logo on the front, sides, roof, and the other side, with a nice body kit, Phantom on the rear, all the details, and even a little G-Ready license plate as well. Looks really nice. Only wait, no, the headlights are printed. I'm just crazy. So yeah, and we actually got a bit of interior design, which is really nice. I'm sorry, my voice is probably gonna sound worse than the start because I'm getting so fast such a sore throat when making 25-30 minute videos, because I'm pretty much trying to talk non-stop, because if I wouldn't talk for like 2 to 3 minutes, everyone wouldn't continue watching the video. And I wouldn't want it because I think I have some really nice cars in this set in my collection. Here we have, as the second of the third car in this G-Ready set, the Nissan Maxima Drift car, which actually looks really nice. 4-spoke deepish rims all around the cars, which is really nice. The front and rear are obviously completely printed. The sides have the Nissan and G-Ready logo on both sides. On the front we have another Nissan logo and actually a detailed engine, even though it's not colored in, but it's still a nice detail. We can actually look into the inside, which is really nice. And we actually have a sunroof, which has a slightly elevated part for aerodynamics when you open it, so not the entire air goes inside, which is a nice detail as well, accurate to real life. And here we have a little roof spoiler. I think this one, if it would be down here, it would be called ducktail, but when it's up here, I'm not too sure. And we have on the roof again the G-Ready set, Girardi logo, which is nice. I love it. And obviously we have a transporter and the Pandim Subaru B or C, which is a really nice car. We've seen a recolor of that in the one of the latest premium sets, I think with the 499p was it in one premium set, but the completely white version, but I'm not too sure. But in this Girardi style, I actually prefer it a lot more. And yeah, the spoiler is actually plastic, which Lamley actually loves. He says it so much in his videos that he loves, even on premium vehicles, he prefers to have a plastic spoiler rather than a metal spoiler. But actually I have to disagree, because I love a metal spoiler more than a plastic spoiler, because I think I'm not seeing it 100% from a collector's side, but more from a children's and seeing this thing as a play toy at the end of the day side, where I think the metal spoiler is sustain a lot more playware, I'm gonna say, dropping and everything else, than a plastic spoiler. A plastic spoiler I can just pull off, whereas a metal spoiler I would have to cut down or hammer it repeatedly with a stone or something to break it off. Neither of the two I'm obviously gonna do. I'm considering myself somewhat of a collector, so I'm obviously not gonna damage my vehicles, at least if I can, and not drop them again. And yeah, anyways, let's get to the last diorama set for today, and then let's get to these 3 singular cars. Obviously the last one was one that was featured actually a lot on my channel. I think I made 3 or 4 videos in less than a week about this set alone, about some smaller details that you might have missed, unboxing, my opinions, and everything that is to it. And yeah, so you could remember this advent set pretty well, I think. And here we have the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTR Liberty Walk Edition, and in the advent livery it looks clean as hell in my opinion. I absolutely love it. This black to red is such a nice transformation, I'm gonna say, and yeah, I absolutely love it. Same goes for the Toyota MR2 TRD 2000 GT. Why did I think of Mitsubishi? I don't know. It's a Subaru. Okay, video's over, guys. I just said the name and I say it's not a Subaru, it's a Mitsubishi or something. You see what I mean, guys? I can't even, after half an hour of recording, I can't even keep my thoughts straight. Oh man. But I don't want to make like a two-parter or make a break in between making videos, especially if I'm this close to finishing, because then I will lose my thought and what I was trying to say and maybe leave a story unfinished, which I don't really want. So yeah, here we have the Toyota MR2 TRD 2000 GT, which looks absolutely clean. Nice detail that they actually left the pop-up headlights closed, but I wouldn't have mind seeing them open as well. Maybe we will see it at a later day. And here is the back, which looks really nice and clean. Somehow I could imagine this car being featured not like this, but in a crazier deco in a Fast and Furious movie, especially in one of the older ones. Not one of the new ones, but something around the Fast and the Furious 2. I mean Too Fast, Too Furious, till maybe Fast and Furious 3 or 4. Something around that area of time, maybe we could have seen something like this, which wouldn't be too bad, I guess. I am needing to make space really quickly. And here we have both the transporter, which is a aero lift, which is actually the only one I have, because these two are Fleet Streets, so which is really nice. So it has some minor differences. This one actually has the Nissan Maxima Driftway and the 4-spoke deepish gold bronzish rims, which looks actually really nice on this truck. I like it like this. And actually, one thing I'm mad about, why aren't the rear lights painted in on this one? I know it's a plastic part, so it probably, but the plastic part is printed or has a sticker on the side. No, I think all of this is prints. So why didn't the rear get printed? Or maybe mine is a error, but I don't think that. I think it was made like this in every Diorama set. And yeah, what is definitely not an error and one of the most liked cars in my opinion in my collection is the Porsche 962 with the turbofan rims on the front. I know because of the light you can't really see it, but on the front we have on both sides these turbofan, and on the rear we have these rims. I don't actually know their actual name. So yeah, some nice side exhausts and aero stuff. And here we have actually the cooling systems displayed for the engine in the back. Sadly, you cannot open this part. I know the Master 787B, if it is in premium, it most of the times features the removable engine cover. Sadly, this one doesn't, but it's not too bad. I still like it as it is, and it looks absolutely clean, even though it has so much dirt on it, but I don't know why. I cleaned you guys literally 2 days ago. What has happened? And yeah, I think even though it doesn't 100% fit the Advent style as it was displayed, with these two being Japanese cars and this one being a Japanese cars that you could have seen like this drive on the road, whereas this one is a fully fleshed out race car. So yeah, but anyways, it's just my opinion, what I would have done, but it's not a point where I'm criticizing the makers, the designers of these sets at any point. I love how it is. I would have even bought it even if it was 3 German cars of it. It doesn't matter what I say, I only write myself more into the deep, but believe me when I say that I love the way it is, and I'm not here to criticize people. I'm only here to state my opinion, and it's not meant personal in any way, shape or form, or disrespectful even. I don't want to be disrespectful, so yeah. Anyways, let's get to the last 3 of today, so you guys can finally watch another video and maybe subscribe if you like the content. I would like actually to start off with this very interesting car. Wait a second. Sometimes it pays out to keep the packages. We have here the Porsche 993 GT2, and this model was for this Porsche 2-pack, as you can see in the background with this one. This was one of the most sought after cars in the 2-piece car sets, premium car sets, till now, because this is the first version we've seen of this car since its retirement in 2012, which is really nice. Everyone was so hyped about it. I'm actually very lucky I got it. From the website I bought it, they literally, after I placed my order, literally 1 or 2 hours later it was taken down completely. Not the website, but the possibility to order this one. They didn't have it in stock, so I somewhat consider myself lucky to have it in my collection. Same obviously then with the Porsche 718 Cayman GT4, which is in actually with the carbon imitation hood, really nice detail. 5-spoke rims, looks really racy and I love it. Plastic spoiler again, but anyways, some nice details. And this one looks actually really clean, what I actually really love. And oh man, I don't know why I have so much dog hair around me. My dog normally cannot come into this room because I'm recording here, So I'm trying to keep him out of this room simply because I don't want to have hairs everywhere, but seemingly I do, even without him being in here. The last car for today is probably, as a chase version, the most wanted chase ever. Obviously, I'm talking about the LB-ER34 Super Silhouette Nissan Skyline, or as I like to call it in short, Nissan Skyline GTR R34 Liberty Walk. I know it's not the right and full name, but I like to make it easy for myself. And I can see why as a chase it is so hyped, but I personally actually prefer the non-chase version. I had already to buy this one as singular car for 30 or 35 euros, which is absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do this with one hand because I knocked down the entire stand and it's not worth the time to put it up again for like recording this car for like 30 seconds now. Come on. This car is actually one premium. The singular premium costs in Germany about 10 to 12 euros depending on which store you buy it. In the internet obviously a bit more, sadly. And yeah, this one I had to buy from Amazon for like 30-35 euros, which is, if we take the 10 euros I said, almost 3.5 times the price for a regular premium. And yeah, nonetheless, it's a really beautiful car in my opinion, and I absolutely love it. And yeah, if the camera decides to put a focus on it again, maybe not today anymore. And yeah, with this we are gonna swoop over here, make like a top-down view of this with moving a few cars in here, for example my premium car of all time. And with this view I'm gonna wish you a very wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing to never miss a new video. And then I see you again in the next video. Until then, have a wonderful time. Bye bye.